So team, welcome everyone. Today is the day 1 of the 6-week program. Did I write 5? 6-week program. Now, when I say program, there's a lot that we will cover across QA, automation, and SDET. And it's not easy for us to be able to digest all the content as is, but what is most critical for us is to be able to understand what the most important skills are for any of us team. And let me make a copy of this and move it to our folder. So anything that I'm doing will be part of that folder that we've created under trainings. November, and I'm gonna move it here. So it's a skill gap analysis team. That's how I call it. But it's a matrix of lot of tools and skills that we need to learn. Very important team is what, why would I put a hyphen in this? Let me do it this way. Did I start the recording? Yes, I did. And team, at any time, if you have questions, please put it in the chat or raise your hand. So I'll be able to address or unmute you. There are 2 hands raised right now, Priya and Umesh. Do you want me to unmute you? Do you have any questions, please? Aarti, you also have your hand raised. Do you have a question, Umesh? I'm sorry. So there were still hands raised. Let me see. Aarti, did you have a question, Aarti?
Yeah, is the program 3 days a week or 5 days? It says 1.5 hours, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So it's going to be like that?
Sure. Schedule. All right. Let's talk about the schedule first. Let's go from there. I'll unmute you. Okay, thank you. So the schedule, what I wanted to put is very simple team. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, we'll do live trainings where I will cover a lot of topics and subjects. And on Wednesdays and Fridays, we will do project and assignments where you have to showcase the progress on whatever you're practicing or whatever this part of the program is. So when I'm saying it's a program, it is important for us to know that there are certain things that we have to complete to be able to achieve that. So that is the reason I kept this. And yes, I want to take 1.5 hours a day. Now, when I said 2 hours for the live project or assignment, the reason is more that sometimes when we're working on a project or assignment, we're discussing a lot of things, it can go a little beyond. That's the whole idea. Okay, Aarti, Umesh, your hand was raised. Unmuted you.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello?
Yes, do you have a question, please?
No, I don't have a question, but is that a 2 month or is that a 1 month?
So 6-week program we're saying, so it'll become 1.5 month.
Oh, okay.
I would want to complete it before Christmas.
Okay. Oh, Christmas. Okay. Okay.
Mhm. All right. Any more questions, team, before we get going? And I'm more than welcome to take these as it comes as questions. Um, and a lot of answers would come through it as well. Let me see one of this. Can I have recorded session? Absolutely, yes, team. And one of the other things that I want to mention is tonight, there will be two things that I'll do. Can I request Umesh you to go back on mute, please?
Yes. 1 minute.
Thank you. Sujata, I'll come to you. I have your hand raised. So please visit go.itlearn.com. That's going to be the new, not the domain, we're moving to this, but that's going to be the platform for your e-learning. And even this program, what we're doing will be there. Then I will also talk about the pricing about the for the program. There'll be two things, team. One, only for this program, ITeLearn membership, and then there's a JPACT membership. And there are a few JPACT live. So when I say live activities, so that's projects, and a lot of them will be starting in 2 weeks. So that will happen at a different time. So I just put what I had in something in my mind. Okay, let me come to Sujata. Yes, please, Sujata. Santi, I have you unmuted. Are you able to speak?
Me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, so the question I had is I've signed up for JPACT. I'm
Hmm.
kind of wondering, is today's session aligned with JPACT or am I in a different class?
Absolutely aligned with JPACT. Absolutely, because what we're gonna do is go through all of these skills and make sure we're gonna learn them very practically. So when we talk about JPACT, it is that you have to go through this as the first part of the process. And the second part of the JPACT process is to work on a real-time project, attend some mock interviews, prepare on more on your resume and how we present ourselves, and go through the job hunting process. But the content of the training will be the same. So this is absolutely fit for any JPACT member. And a lot of them who are planning to repeat, it's a great time as well, because I want to go through every topic very patiently so that we cover it in depth and we have a good documentation so you can refer as well post the training.
Sure. Another question leads me is what in case if you can
Mm.
make, if you miss a class of something coming up on your schedule, would you have a recorded session available for that particular date so that the users could go and use it?
Oh yes, so will be hosted on this domain. So if you go to go.itlearn.com and look at, so now all these courses, every course is here. There's going to be a new course team that will come up here. I'll improve the thumbnail from just a live to something live QA SDET. So you'll be able to do it. So you'll see everyday videos coming up there. For example, like this, with what we covered. And each one would have its own documentation, or at the end of it, you'll have the codes and files for the training. So you can cover if you're not able to attend it daily. But like I said, it's a program team. And I really want you to emphasize a lot on that. That means you stick to a schedule. If you're not able to do it live, stick to a video schedule there. You can repeat it, almost simulating a live scenario, and we will try and get some schedule together for a Q&A which is different, which is okay for the others, and keep working on the program. That is important. We should not miss out. Plus the projects or assignments that we want to be assigning every day should be something you should also track very well. All right.
Thank
Did I
you.
answer?
Yes, you did.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you. How much is the
And
price for
also,
this program? Okay. Yes, please. Sujata,
sorry
go
to
ahead.
interrupt, but I don't see a chat window available on GoWebinar. Am I missing something?
You are. So you are missing. It's called questions.
Where do I see that option as, like, in case if I
One
have
of
to
the
type?
tabs in GoToWebinar, like audio, questions.
I only see a hand and a full screen and mute, and that's I have only three options visible to me.
I so the problem with GoToWebinar is even if I share my screen, or rather your screen, we can't see this specific widget. It gets hidden through the recording. So just
Okay,
explore and see, please. Let me know if you're not able to find it.
sure.
It will be there. So chat is something where I can say hi to all and it will go to everyone.
I got it right now,
So
Karthik. I think it was hidden. Thank you so much.
you're welcome. Okay, cool. I don't know if it's still solved it, but all right, let's see. So pricing team, what I'm going to do is I have not yet set it up on the system on go.ITeLearn. So I'm going to set it up there and send you an email tonight. And please take a look at it and process accordingly. There were a few more hands raised. Let me see who I didn't unmute. And I'm glad a session is starting with Q&A rather than me doing anything else. Yes, please. Someone had the hand raised. Are everyone okay? Can we continue then?
Hi, Santi here.
Yes, please.
Yes, so may I know like what are the topics like are we covering for the 6 week like program?
Sure. So the plan that we have is simple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, my ITeLearn website is down, but I'll take you through the webinar itself quickly. And how do I see? Wow, it's much. So let me try and highlight. Can I highlight? No, I'm not able to do anything much. Okay, there we go. So here's the plan, team. So 6 weeks, why? Because I split the training into 3 parts.
Okay.
The first is more like beginner level QA engineer. We'll talk about what is SDLC, STLC, taking a sample application and a test, use some good tools like Jira, Atlassian products, talk about Scrum, Agile. What do we do in that life cycle? What kind of roles we play, and then get into the basics of automation.
Okay.
That's gonna be the first 2 weeks. Then we plan to go into automation engineering or quality engineering, where we are going deeper into framework development. We want to talk about APIs. We want to talk about JMeter for performance, a little bit about Appium and mobile app testing.
Okay.
And and that's what we want to do in this next 2 weeks.
Okay,
And
got it.
then we want to talk about CI/CD. How do we deploy things? How do we integrate them with our ongoing development life cycles where the development team is pushing things and we want to be able to still test them on the fly, and the whole thing is happening as a good managed automated cycle. So
Okay.
all
Okay.
that we want to talk about here.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
I believe in today's world, and just to explore, expand more on that, is
Mm-hmm.
there is, when I look at job descriptions, when we hunt for jobs, even for, if you use a word called QA or Selenium or automation testing or SDET as your search term in DICE or Monster or Career Builder, you will see most of these skill sets being asked everywhere. So we should have a good idea about it, the fundamentals, and then work hard to be able to build and expand that more. So one more thing, team, it's more like a caution, and I definitely want to say, I have a few polls that I want to put. This, while we are saying, is a 1.5 month program, most members do it twice at least. So when I say this, the whole program, they repeat it. Um, because the first time we get a great idea, we get a good hands-on. The second time we get into the deeper nitty-gritties, those gaps, and be able to really try and master. If you do it 3 times, then we are great. So it is that program, just like what you subscribe for anything else. Let's have that in vision and what you want to do, team, and it should drive most of it. There are a few more questions on the chat. Let me answer that if you don't mind, everyone, before I go forward. Are you going to give assignments individuals or in groups 5 to 6? Umesh, so assignments will go into groups of about 10 to 12, about 4 to 5 teams. I expect a lot of members have not joined today yet, but a lot more members will be joining the next 1-2 days. So at that time, I'll have to divide into 4 teams of about 10 to 12 members. Is the course enough to get you into the job market? What does it qualify you for? Lastly, I do not have any coding, manual, or automation experience. Is this the right course for me? Leslie, so great question. What I want to answer, I think I've answered most of what you asked there. But like I said, it takes at least a couple of attempts to really master it, because our confidence also builds through it a lot, and our exposure hands-on that we do. The same program, repeat it. When I do the same session again, it's going to be with different application, different feel. So you'll feel that, okay, we're covering all the gaps now. In terms of where you are right now, does not matter, because we have put it in such a way that it'll be easy for us to go as a level by level, everyone. That should be fine. And next, let me see. Arti, yeah, will there be separate session for automation? Selenium with Python. So I plan to do a Selenium with Python and Selenium with Sel plus Python, but more for AnyAUT. So I will go through everything, but AnyAUT, it will be under JPACT, and also a Selenium with C# and AnyAUT, because the whole concept is the same. The only thing that we're changing is this. And it's actually no longer just Selenium, because we'll have Java REST assured, and we'll also have JMeter with it, those keywords. So it'll be a good combination, the Appium. So it'll be pretty interesting, team. We will start that. I don't have a time for this. Okay, AUT full form. Okay, AnyAUT is application under test. Okay, pricing is team. Here is how it is. Okay, so if you go to ITeLearn, go.itlearn.com, and say sign up, you have these memberships available. All right, you have a $450 one for ITeLearn premium membership. That's a 1 year access to a lot of trainings that we do, but does not include JPACT and live projects. So the JPACT membership includes all the trainings, everything that you need. It's like almost all access pass. And the JPACT primarily stands for Job Placement and Certified Training. So you will get exposed to some of the projects that we do and what you can perform on them, how you can build your resume through it, and really get into the real world job scenarios there. And this one, we also have consistent sessions on it. That's a $900 product. There's also a lifetime access where you have access to whatever we are doing, and we don't have till we exist, we'll continue to host that. So that's one time. Now, even if you want to renew after 1 year and so on, it's about 25% of your course fee for a yearly renewal. So that's the pricing. For India members, it's a different pricing. You will get it through the SMS, and you'll be able to then log in through, if you're in India, you're able to log in to the account. Okay, let's see. AnyAUT, I'll explain team later, but for most of you, I think you should go here and go to AnyAUT.com and watch the video there. You'll get a good idea. So send to all. Oops, I think this video is still not there. I'll send you that video, team. But you can download the app which is hosted on GitHub and how it runs. So we'll do a lot of work on that on the side. But let's focus on the schedule and what we have to do. And team, if that's okay, we can just keep today's session for more orientation. Let's finish through the Q&A. I have a couple of polls also to do. And then let's see. The course which I'm attending is free for demo or what? Can I know the details? So right now you are enrolled in the webinar. Most of us are members. Actually, we have a poll for it, and some of you are not yet. You live in the UK, Leslie. Leslie, I think, yeah, it's going to be very odd times. I apologize for it. I wish it could be sooner for any of us. Absolutely okay for you to follow up with the videos as long as we are able to go with the flow. And maybe I'll do one more session in my US morning, starting after 4 weeks after this batch as the next batch, and then you can participate live as well. So team, I have just a couple of poll questions, 4 of them. Let me go through that. Most importantly, team, I think we should start with this. What our expectations are. We want to give 6 weeks into it, and we have a lot of aims, goals, vision. So we need to talk about them. We need to really be explicit. So we know how to plan accordingly. Otherwise, there's nothing to plan. It's just left to destiny. So where are we, team? Your expectation. Are you in a need for a job urgently, or something that you're looking at maybe in the next 3 months, or you want to build it overall over a period of time and so on, or you're working and you're looking to upgrade some of your skill sets? So it's a poll, team, where everyone is able to participate, and I'm only seeing 34% votes there. Can I now get everyone to finish it in the next 10-15 seconds, if you don't mind? Okay, I think I've got about 84% votes. I'm going to close the polls now and share the results. Let's see, team. I'm going to look at it along with you. I think most of you are able to see it. And team, if some of you are students, that's fine. Just explore what we're doing. It's an amazing field, QA automation. It is one of the finest fields where I have changed my career lines from being a senior leader in IT to more of a coach and working consistently on automation. It is an amazing field. You just need to leave the fear of what are all these skills or these tools, how do we get each of them. So don't worry too much on that. um, let's look at it, team. So 21% of you are in a need job urgently, and I really appreciate or respect what you're saying, team, because it means a lot. Its situations are so, it's not easy, team. And even when I get some kind of a you know good day where I do something nice and I feel good, I think about so many others who are not able to do because of how things are right now. So that is the 21% is most important. If there's something I can do better than 6 weeks, I'll try for the 21% of you who are in the need of a job urgently. Um, I can recommend one thing, team. If you go here and just, we watch Netflix series and so on. Give me a second, please. I'm sorry. So, team, let me hide this for a second. Um, can you see my the web page now, everyone? So on go.itlearn.com/courses, you see the SDET training. You just scroll down a little bit and you'll see the SDET one. I'm going to change this live later, team. SDET, these two. So this is for the beginner level. So what's very similar to what we're going to do here. So if you're in a hurry, I want you to watch this as a Netflix series, something that like an episode. Just keep taking notes. Don't rewind, don't fast forward, don't pause too much. Just play the videos, take notes, keep a notebooks, keep on writing on it. Get a great idea on what we're talking about. You'll get a good hold on a lot of topics. And then go to the SDET Advanced, where we take the same things much deeper. See, the same things like this program almost that we're doing here, if someone needs to repeat it or try and watch it over the weekend a little bit, then you have this arranged for you. You can go through it and follow that as well. Uh, or we could stick with our live program. All right, everyone. But again, 48% of you are also in need of a job, and there's 13% not in a hurry. 19% of you are already working and learning and so on. So I request some of you team who are working currently to kindly come up sometimes and maybe just tell me on Skype. That's the other thing I forgot totally today. So Skype group. We will interact through a new Skype group, everyone. I want it to be very, very focused on learning. So everyone should contribute and really keep that active. And once we're done with this training, we leave that group exactly for that 6 weeks period. And team, please give me time. If sometimes it takes 7 weeks, let it be. I'm okay to take 1.5 week more as long as we are able to cover the topics. Hiding it and showing it there. All right, let's move on, team. I have a couple more questions. I think I'll go through that and then would love to maybe continue tomorrow if that's fine. Let's look at this, please. Yes. So if you take these memberships, then you can repeat. So this is, so team, can you start working on the poll, everyone, while I write this? All right, so I got about 80% votes in team. Let me see, how ready are you to participate? So yeah, I was like penning down these. It's very important, team, as to what are we trying to do, because we can all spend time in a program, but our commitment is important. And I will make sure, I will ensure it will not be boring at all. Today might be a little boring day, but from tomorrow we'll have a lot of those aha moments where we learn things, where we can put them into practice. So I really want you to be motivated that what you're going to learn is something very interesting, extremely interesting. At the same time, it is how much you can participate. So I see about 32%. I'm going to close the polls and share. 32% fully committed to the program. You want to give a lot of time. That's great, team. Even if 1/3 of you are able to commit to this program and give a lot to it, we can do wonders. And the tool that I talk about, AnyAUT, has been gradually built by students that I've been training. It's not been one man effort or one team effort. It's always students. So when you come in, we'll come up with the new version. We'll go beyond what it's already doing. Let's see. 48% will you be able to attend live and do parties practice. So this is good. So almost most of you are there. And then 20% just attend live on or watch videos. That's good as well. And team, just remember the 20% of you who want to just attend live or watch videos, maybe not able to practice too much. You'll have to repeat for sure. There's no question about it. Okay. So next time you have to practice or repeat them whenever you get time and practice the same videos. But team, what was amazing is 0% of you said busy now, will watch later. So thank you for that. That means a lot. Two more questions and I'll let you go for today. About you. So team, this is important also for me to know more on QA, automation, SDET, software development engineer in test. Where are you? Who are you? So the speed and the way I can explain things, I want to modulate accordingly. Let's see. About you, 40%. Okay. The first is beginner, taking initial steps, trained, looking for mastering, working, upgrade skills. Others, actually, I put because I didn't know what to put. What is the other category? Either I'm beginner or I'm in between where I'm skilled but not working, or I'm working but I still need to upgrade my skills. There's 5% others. Can these, or 7% now, can others tell me where you are, team, in your career, either in chat or please raise your hand? I still have 4 hands raised and you're all self-muted. Lata, I just unmuted you. Except that Aarti, Sujata, Neha, your hands are raised. You are unmuted from my end. Can I close the poll now, team, and share the poll result? There we go. So there's 10% others. Who are the others? Can you please explain? It'll be very interesting for me to know. I'm fascinated about it. Where are we in terms of a career? And not laughing about it, team. I'm just very fascinated. Maybe in the chat, if you can put the response, that'll be great as well. Okay, awesome. Sounds good. So that's done. And the last one, membership. Okay. Um, so are you currently a member, JPACT, ITeLearn, or not a member? Simple question. If an old member, maybe I should have put another here, but I didn't. So, and team, please be ready for any last Q&A for the day. I think we spent 45 good minutes. We got into a lot of questions and answers, and I think that's important. Let's digest what we're doing today. Tomorrow, let's start with the topics. I'll distribute as to what I plan to do as well. All right, team. I've got about 73% votes. I'll close that, get back to the screen, and please let me know final questions, team. What else do we have? And also, please remember, I'm going to be putting everything that we do as files and so on to GitHub. So there's a lot that I do there in my account here and the other account. So I'll start putting them here, team. So it'll be nicely accessible for you. I'm going to close the poll, share the result, and then show you that GitHub. Okay. So team, I think we have mostly JPACT members and ITeLearn, almost half of you. So please, team, existing members, take this again as a challenge, as a nice program. Stick to it. I'll keep motivated as well. As long as there's good participation, and we can finish some amazing course. Okay. And other members, take your time. I won't push you. I'm not a salesy guy onto what we do. You take your call, decision nicely. 2-3 days, come back. Let's see. Skype group. Yeah, Skype link is the other thing. So hide this. Back to here. Next. Need a job urgently, but want. Can we repeat course again? Sure. Sir, I'm in the free member version. Free member version. Sure, that's fine. Just explore for a while, then we'll see. Pavneet. Jyoti, I'll send that to you. So team, I don't see any questions.
I have a question. Hello, Karthik. Can you hear?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So the schedule that you've been talking about on Wednesday and Friday about the project and assignments, and the number 4, the JPEG live activities. So they both are same or they are different?
They'll be different. This I may do US morning
Okay.
or 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So after this,
Okay.
because
After the class.
yes,
Okay.
in this we want to really focus a lot on to like R&D on automation. That is one. Explore new tools, skills. Also do a lot of interview job preparations. So if I get good participation into that, we can again get into mock interviews. We'll take up one tool, what we have not covered earlier, and go through that.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. I guess
Uh,
you are a member, right? Already a JPACT one.
Yeah, I've been member, like it's a 2-year program that I got it. So this is the second
Oh,
year. So
very
I'm
nice.
kind of repeating this and
Sure.
got a break in between. So I'll try to pull up everything.
Yeah. Just stick with it.
Yeah, I'll try.
I think what's important is how many of us should finish, There are about 50 odd right now. I think there'll be 20 more who will join in, 20-25 more. Then that'll be a good size for us. We'll finish well. So just stay with that flow. And
Sure.
once we create that groups, so team distribution, teams in 2 days. Okay, not yet everyone. I will distribute the teams in a couple of days. All right. Karthik, one request, please. If you could highly consider PM, really appreciate that. Thank you. Which PM, please? Ashish, India PM? PM for project live activities. I see. So something like this you're saying, 6:30 PM, correct? Got it. Sure, I think we can do that. At that time, in fact, even Ramu can join from offshore and we can do a lot of participation. Sure, will do, definitely.
Hi, Karthik.
Hello.
Hi, Karthik. This program is like we'll be going in depth in the subject, like Selenium and JMeter. Depth or just like high level, this course actually?
Oh, no, this will go in depth, but I'll tell you how. Lata, right?
Yes. With 6 weeks, we can cover
Okay.
all the subject within in depth.
Great question.
It's enough to
So
cover.
it's okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I think it's possible. I think
Okay.
it's a little stretch.
Uh-huh.
Now, what will happen is we've put some timing also, number of hours that we need for each of them.
Okay.
And we optimize with good documentation
Mm-hmm.
and with good steps of how to do. So let's say we're saying we're talking at Git,
Mm-hmm.
GitHub, GitLab.
Okay.
Let us say as we do training, we're also able to create. When I say we, mostly
Mm-hmm.
my team, but also the student community, if they can participate, that's great. Where we add a nice flow. Okay, Git
Mm-hmm.
commands. These are the Git commands. Okay, how do we clone? How do we push? How do we pull? How do we merge? All the Git commands nicely organized by OS.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will talk about GitHub with screenshots, GitLab with screenshots. So it's
Okay.
nice to refer also.
Okay.
So there may be 2 or 3 or 4 things, team, where I'll
Mm-hmm.
take something that is existingly there and do a detailed walkthrough of it rather
Mm-hmm.
than building it from scratch.
Okay.
So I will have to do some of it. See, now when you talk about Kubernetes and Docker and all that, by
Mm-hmm.
itself, they're very vast. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, vast in the sense they can be complex as well.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the how we distribute the environment in which we have to implement them. So
Okay.
um, we may not be able to cover everything. That's our goal, but I'm
Okay.
sure we'll cover most. Now there are so many other things that I've not included in this. I'm making another sheet of it, and
Okay.
that I want to also cover.
What about
The
SOAP
reason I had
also?
to
SOAP also?
SOAP UI, I think we can move away a little from it. Now it is more towards API and so on.
It's not into the market now, SOAP
So
UI?
it is there, but I wouldn't say so much. So it's lost the grip to API testing with JSON and so on.
Okay. And so Selenium WebDriver
Mhm.
means we'll be covering like in detail actually the main things, Selenium and the Cucumber mob
Selenium WebDriver will be basically a series of commands, Selenium commands, and what do we have to do for which browser
Okay.
profile settings, and a few things there. In element identification, we'll go through element identification differently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Grid, okay, grid is also there in the list. So we've calculated that also, Selenium grid. See,
Selenium will be
once this is
covering
there,
depth. You'll be covering depth in Selenium, no?
oh yes, oh yes. So there'll be So lot of things will be covered in depth. A few things will be touching upon,
Okay.
not maybe going too deep.
Okay. And the other thing, it's
Don't be
possible.
scared, but
Okay.
it's just that how we want. That's a
And
goal. Let's try.
okay. Another thing, like
Otherwise, we'll still finish most.
it's
Yes, please.
possible to move little bit 30 minutes before actually. Like I'm in EST zone, like 8 to 10. No, it's take to 8 to 10. So it's possible if it's. I mean, if live sessions are like a practical.
4:30 p.m. Pacific time. You're
Mm-hmm.
saying. So that's 7:30 Eastern
Yeah,
time.
7
7:30
exactly
p.m.
7:30. It's 8 is like
So
8 to 10 minutes is too long. Like kids needs to sleep and everything, no? They will not sleep unless
I
we go.
understand. Sure. I, I okay, that makes sense. I mean, I can understand what you're saying. Okay, so can if everyone else is okay with a half an hour preponement, then it's fine. But I'm
Okay,
assuming there are few people also attending from India, so it's
okay.
already 6:30 a.m. for them that they have to
Mhm,
attend. They now have to do it from 6 a.m. So,
mhm.
uh, but I'll consider Lata for sure. Let me
Okay.
see.
Yeah, demo sessions like
I
practical.
personally don't have an issue with it.
Okay, okay. Practical means it goes till 10, 10:30. No, then that will be too long actually.
No, I think you should cut off and draw a line and say, okay, only this time I'm going to do this,
Yeah.
move on with the rest. And so
Mhm,
that's where I think we have to be. You're right. Let's 6 weeks. Just
mhm,
let's try and work hard. Let's see
mhm.
after that. Okay.
And
And
we'll
team,
be.
there's one more thing I want to mention just to everyone. Over the last few months, I think I've been extremely very straight, curt, and rude with a lot of members who are working and students. Um, and please, team, I keep repeating this very often. It's not an anger, it's not something, it's a frustration that we are so good technically, we cannot do simple mistakes and lose out on great opportunities. So we need to fill all gaps as a person and really focus on to building. So my feedback, I will definitely improve the way I give it to you all,
Mhm.
everyone, but please take it positively, team. It's only for your improvement. And for me as a trainer, there's nothing more satisfying than your success. All right.
Another
Yes,
thing,
please. Sorry. Go ahead.
other
Mhm.
thing like for practical, you told no, you'll be dividing the group into 4 groups, and we'll be asking
Mhm.
the questions like if we like we can't, for example, we can't able to solve it, so you'll be sending the code for that also. What it has to be done, the answer
No,
for
I
that.
won't send the code. I will not send the code. I will be there with you in the live session. You will
Mm-hmm.
show me the code where it's going wrong or right, and then
Mm-hmm.
one of us we will fix it. If
Okay.
not other teams, I will do or something, and we will do it in the session live.
Okay.
And that's called mob programming. Okay. Get
Finally,
used to
four
some of
teams.
these words, guys.
Finally, 4 teams means all 4 codes we can see actually. Someone will be completing it, or somehow
Exactly.
you will be helping us to.
Exactly. So each of you will get your 10-15 minutes to present as a
Okay.
team to say
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing, and then we want to give feedback on what's happening in the next
Okay.
team, next team, next team, and so on.
So finally, if nobody cannot able to produce, we will produce the answer for that, that code for that.
It's not about nobody will be able to produce. We will be able to do it as a team,
Okay.
definitely. So there's no question about it.
Okay.
And it's not that I have a magic wand. I want to show you the
Mm-hmm.
approach for it. And we will together do a Google search, find a solution,
Okay.
experiment, implement.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be very interesting. So the
Okay.
keyword is mob programming,
Okay.
where we do programming together as a team
Okay.
and we all will participate. So what will be great as an interesting thing when present in these sessions,
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, Friday, especially team, is you showcase all that you did. You can use a PowerPoint, you can use Eclipse or whatever you want to show. And once you're doing it, You can tell us we hit a roadblock, we saw all these possible solutions, we are stuck. Can you help us? That is one. Or you can even say that we hit a roadblock, we found possible solutions, we fixed it. And that's
Okay.
brilliant as well. It's very motivating. So
Okay.
that's how we have to motivate ourselves. Small milestones, small
Even
goals.
even recording, even the live projects, like a live demo also, that is also like we'll have the links, no? Like practices and also will be in the links, no?
Yes. So every
Okay.
session we'll record it. Every
Okay.
session will go into our portal.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much,
And
Karthik.
files, all codes, no problem. You're actually answering lot of questions, helping me answer a lot of questions for everyone as well. So I'm good with it. Anyone else, team? Ting, 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 ting. Okay. So what else do we have? Okay. So there's a lot that I wanted to talk about, team. I wanted to talk about SDLC, STLC. I wanted to talk about test documentations. And then why am I not giving any better spaces? Test cases. And actually before that, I also have to talk about an application under test. And I want to do one more thing, team. I want to create a gForm for acronyms. I'll work with my team. So where you enter like what is AUT or SDLC and STLC. I'm sorry, AUT, SDLC or STLC, and then expand it. And then maybe we'll expand it later to quizzes and so on. And believe me, you get better at things only when we are doing more and more discoveries ourselves as a teacher. Hands raised. Jyotsna, test cases. And then I wanted to talk about Scrum, Kanban, Sprint. Um, those were the topics as well. So maybe I'll cover this in day 2. And a lot that we will do, team. Each one, there'll be documentation. So we'll work on it together. All right, everyone. Any other questions, please? Jyotsna, you have your hand raised. I did unmute you. You need to unmute yourself.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Thank you, Karthik. So my question is, though I have an experience in the market, uh, um, but because we need to have a proper experience in Java also, OOPS concepts and all, in order to go as a SDET or as a test engineer. So first, I want to ask you about the OOPS concepts thoroughly. We have to be thorough in OOPS concepts before going to dive into the Selenium frameworks and all. So I think we have to spend more time on
So
OOPS concepts, Karthik.
I don't think so, Jyotsna. I'll tell you why. Okay. For example, with basic OOPS concepts, we can develop a framework. OOPS concepts gets very, very critical when there's a large distributed team with different user profiles and roles. And access is critical, security is critical, garbage collection and performance is critical. Now, what happens is if you're a Java coder, a Java engineer, by default has to know OOPS concepts. There's nothing that I'm saying that you should not. And I teach a lot of OOPS concepts. Now the problem is, how do you, even Java for Kids, the recent training that I did, I was talking so detailed about the OOPS concept. Now, how much do we need for the implementation of the project? So if you take any of the automation engineers who are currently working, someone would have developed a framework which is so complex using OOPS. So I wouldn't say it's mandatory that you need to know a lot of things, and OOPS is a given. It's like, I wouldn't say mandatory means you have to decide, oh, it's not. It is minimum you have to do that. OOPS, okay? So any interview, that is definitely going to be there. Those are going to be the questions around it,
Yeah, and
even
we
if you
have
know
to be
automation or not.
yeah, and we have to be underlying every concepts, OOPS concepts like polymorphism, inheritance, overriding, overloading. Every concept we have to be thorough in saying into the examples and all. That is where each and every interviewer is expecting from us. So yeah.
If you, so I mean, it is, but then that also says that maybe we're not really giving what we have to. Can I ask you a question if you don't mind? Did you watch the recent Java for Kids training?
No, Karthik.
Okay, then why not? Look at what all we covered here. Okay, and with everything correctly there as per it is. Now this was cut short because not too much participation. It was already going too fast for them. But once you see this, the previous one that we did, this one has everything into it. It went so well, so detailed, 1 to 17. So now if I have to do 17 hours of core Java training, how will we do automation? I can complete a good rundown of it in 3 hours, the same concept. And we'll keep on using it in everything that we do, because everything that we'll do in our current one will be Selenium with Java and Eclipse.
Right.
But if we need to know every detail for Java, we need to watch those videos too. Okay, little bit even we have to do at our end team. If you want to go detailed, don't do it right away. If you have time, just watch them, not a problem at all. If you don't have time, then take it. I mean, it's okay, not immediately. I'm gonna quickly share this also. Copy link.
Just watching will not be enough for us, Karthik. And after watching one or two videos, we have to do it right away in Eclipse. Otherwise, the concept
No,
will
it
not
is.
be. Yeah.
It, it it is. So I think that is where maybe I should. How should we do it? Can I do like a session where in 60 minutes I explain something for 15 minutes and give you 30 minutes to do, and then we all discuss for 15 minutes. That's also possible, but then it'll take me 6 months. That's the only challenge. Even we're also seeing how the kids are getting trained today, these days, right? So the core concept may be very small, but there's a lot that they have to do around it. So we have to strike the right balance. We'll find it. Okay. But again, like I said, one of the poll questions, how big a committer are you? How deep can we involve into it? If you're able to spend a little time, then I want you to do a certain more things. Now, see, I can explain OOPS concept to everyone. This entire Java I can explain to everyone in 1 hour. Okay, and that should be sufficient. And then I put you into a project And if you spend 4 weeks on the project, I think you'll learn a lot
Hmm.
rather than
Yeah.
just watching 20 videos maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good
Okay, so I think,
approach.
yeah. Anyway, I'm going to summarize this, and that's where I want to add those JPACT activities as well. Okay. All right.
And one more thing,
Sorry.
I
Yes,
have
please
been,
go ahead.
yeah, I have been hearing that the software QA jobs will be sooner. I mean, will won't be there in the market because the developers are taking over the QA jobs. Since the QA Java programmer can understand and better do QA jobs, and they can learn Selenium better than any other one. So that's what I've been hearing. So what is the future for the Selenium jobs?
Mhm. Good question, Jyotsna. So, and I'll be very candid on it. It is not going to be easy. And that is the reason I said we have a lot of things to learn. Okay. Now, what happens with Java developer is absolutely correct that they come with the tools. Now, in today's world, you can't just go and say that I'm a manual QA unless you're a functional expert or a domain or a subject matter expert. Then it will make a lot of sense. Okay, I'm still a QA engineer. Otherwise, you need to know a lot of tools. Program management, project management tools, anyone will know. But DevOps, CI/CD, automation tools, not easy. If I should have put a poll, let us say you're one of the ex-Java developers. In fact, the title SDET, how many of you know, team, what does SDET mean in reality? Just I'm sure you know now, correct? What SDET really means? Everyone, do you know what SDET means? What is SDET? SDET?
Software development engineering testing.
Software development engineer in test.
In test.
So basically, they're software development engineers, the developers, but working in test, exactly like you said. So for them, learning Selenium or CI/CD tools, they'll already know GitHub, Jenkins, SQL basics, XML, JSON. Yeah, they kind of APIs they would have worked on as well. All they need to know is framework, Selenium, element identification, and a few things. It is true, team, but how much committed are they is also important. See, not everyone, if I'm a good Java developer and I'm having a good career, why will I switch field? So who will try and switch field? Non-good Java developers, correct? Yes or no?
No, Karthik, actually, they don't want to switch the job, but in industry, the
Hmm.
management people are hiring Java developer. I mean, they are
That
overtaking
is exactly what's
the
happening, right?
QA for the
Huh?
developers.
The Java developers can easily perform these roles. What
Yeah.
they want to choose or not is different. Do they want to become an SDET or not is a different thing. And who wants to become an SDET in that? So that is the reason we have to master what we need on these tools and go work on them. Okay. So it's not going to be easy when it comes to SDET to compete as we directly say. But your focus should hence be a lot on frameworks and functional aspects of implementations of it, integrations with tools, and how it can help developers. It's a very equivalent space. Even there are very young non-graduates also are learning these skills. And now with the global marketplace, we may never have on-site offshore rates. There may be a blended rate overall. So there are dynamics there. Team, I just want to make sure that no one else is getting bored. Any other questions, anyone? I kept this Gamecaster on. I don't know if people are able to see. I don't know if it is happening. All right, everyone. So Jyotsna, again, I don't think it's something that we can challenge or fight so much about it. It is, we have to understand that it is competitive and we will have to learn and improve our skills significantly to stand a chance. There is no question about it.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Alright.
so is the same for a Java developer. Okay. So they should, and that is why, team, if you can drive something with, I'm not using the word passion like how others typically may use it. I'm saying you'll really feel a lot of comfort in automation. You'll feel this is good thing to work on. So keep trying that. And then you'll spend a lot of hours, team. If you're working for 10 to 12 hours a day because out of interest, you'll become a master at it. All right. Yes, please.
Hi, Karthik.
Pallavi. Hello.
Hi, Karthik. This is Lata Karthik. And do you have any topics
Yes.
what we'll be covering in Selenium, like in the topics wise?
So what else is there in Selenium?
So like all like
So
database thing, like parameter and all those stuffs, like data driven.
everything is here. So see,
Mhm.
Selenium WebDriver is like one tool,
Okay.
like a small jar file, and it will help us to talk to any browser. And then we have driver files for each browser.
Mhm.
And using that, it's a list of commands, what we can do. So everything that we need, we will learn as part of it.
Okay.
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 So like data driven or parameterization is here,
Mhm.
functions are here, keyword driven is here,
Okay.
SQL, database, XML, JSON is here.
Oh, okay. So it
So
covers
accordingly,
everything.
they're distributed. Correct.
Okay. Okay.
So we should be able to, so the reason I have this rating card team is I want you all to start with and maybe say, this is actually today's date. So I say 11/9 and I put a name and I say member, I don't know what that meant. And I say
Mhm.
rating, types of testing, how am I? Okay, I know it at this level. So as you get down, Selenium WebDriver, how much do you know? I'll say 6. Functional framework, oh, I know very well. Data driven, very well. Cucumber BDD, I'll say 5, only little. So you are able to measure how you are currently with your skills team, and then every week or every 2-3 weeks you can create a similar one and see if you feel you have improved on them. That should be something that you should track as a metric. Okay, I'll guide you. I'll keep guiding on you. You on it as we keep going on that. But did I answer your question, Lata? Okay.
Hi Karthik, this is Pallavi.
Hello. Hi, Pallavi.
I have question. I have career gap. I have
Mm.
experience 3 years, but now I have career gap so much. So how are you gonna help me with the resume and everything?
So, Pallavi, I cannot really help you with the resume,
Okay.
but I can help you with projects.
Okay.
I can put you to work in some of the JPACT projects,
Mhm.
and you will be able to put that as part of your resume.
Okay.
Okay.
But I
And
only
you can
have
call me and I
experience.
will guide you on that.
only have
Sorry?
experience in manual testing. I don't know anything about the automation or API or anything. So do you think learning these things will help me in career movement, or just stick with the things that I know and search for that one?
No, Pallavi, not at all. Please, even if it's not for career improvement, just for the knowledge sake, go for it. I think you have to acquire this skill. You need to be aware of what these tools do. So, if you go into the market today, a lot of QA managers, QA leads, QA engineers don't know 60% of the skills or tools that we see. So, I think that we should not do. I want you to give your best try.
Okay.
With good communication, with good kind of sense of presence, and how we can look at details and so on, we should be able to easily do that. So I think you should focus on it.
So I have a 1-year membership. So once this course is over, can I attend the next one to learn the automation and everything else?
Oh yes, you can attend anything within this 1 year,
Okay.
any of
So
the
how
upcoming live
usually
trainings.
how long one course will run and the next one will start?
So now this batch has started. I plan to start another batch at a different time, maybe in a month and a half or two. Maybe I'll start it after in Jan. But in between there'll be live projects and a few other things, smaller 1-2 weeks programs that are also very important.
So we get notifications. Are you going to send us mail, or do we need to
Correct.
check up in
Emails,
our
yes.
emails? Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Pallavi. All right. I did a very long Q&A today, but I'm happy I'm able to talk to so many students. Who else, team? Yes, team. So I will share this Google Drive link, and I just want you to keep access to the folder for now. And then as I keep adding more and more files, the codes and everything that we do through it, you'll be able to access it. So let's see. Copy link. Okay. Are you all on the chat, team? I think I put it already in the chat. I'm doing it again. Skype group, once I create it, I will send it across. Umesh, okay. How can I write on my resume work experience? Is that well-known company? So Umesh, I don't think it's not about being well-known or not. It's the project that you're working. I'm sorry. Can I join this batch? Yeah, Abhijit, you can. Okay, everyone, I think we're good. We're all done for today. Pricing and few other details I'll send across. Group can create What's group and share knowledge. Team, I don't want anyone to create a WhatsApp group. Is that fine? Especially where you say good morning, hello, how are you, share things and so on. I'm going to create a Skype group, join that professionally, and nicely use that to explore, to share knowledge. Absolutely, yes. But let's use Skype or maybe any other platform, not WhatsApp. It's too much other things. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for appreciating that I could only do a Q&A and a little bit orientation. I think I could cover most of what I wanted today. I'll see you back same time tomorrow at 5 p.m. and look forward. Hope to see you in this program. The team, please subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you will be able to get access to what we're doing. Okay, youtube.com/QTPElearn. I'll put that video there right away. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye now. Bye all. Thank you. Bye all.